chat. This is our first interview really about the Aerial Yoga Play program and the AYRx training that we're doing right now. I thought it would be really great to just have a conversation and get that on video and share with everybody your journey and what you've been working on with the swing, how we kind of met each other, and then the evolution of becoming one of the certified teachers in Aerial Yoga Play, as well as continuing on with the AYRx training, which we're doing now. So I'll just kind of let you free flow, and then I'll ask some questions as we go along, if that's okay.
Sure.
Great.
We already know this, but in 2012, I got a disease. It's a life-threatening disease called scleroderma, and I'm sort of an advocate to get the word out about what that is exactly. In a nutshell, it's a rheumatoid disease, kind of like arthritis, and your cells will spit out too much collagen, and what that does is gives you circulatory problems in your hands, your feet. It can really seize up your whole body as your body sort of contracts and your skin gets hard. The dangerous part is that it can attack your internal organs and kill you. There's no cure for this thing. And I got that in 2012. It took 3 months to diagnose. And it's a disease that will not only manifest in your body and make you feel bad physically, but it will bring you down mentally too. It'll take you all the way down. And you never know if it's going to take you out quickly, or you could live for 30 years. So when it hit me very hard, and I had almost no movement in my hands, and my skin got tight on the front. All the myofascial tissue sort of hardens and seizes up. It's scar tissue, and if that gets into your internal organs, you're in bad shape. So
can I ask, how long was that process, from when you first had symptoms to when it felt like it seized up? Was that a couple months, or was that
within a month.
Within a month. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the way you feel, it's important to describe the way you feel physically with this disease, because that translates into the mental aspects, and that was, we'll get into how the swing and the aerial yoga play helped me with both of those aspects, physical and mental. And at any rate, the way you feel in the morning if you have this disease, in a nutshell, is that you have the flu. Maybe you have a red wine hangover. You feel kind of dehydrated and just very, very weak, and you're just laid out with no energy. And so after half a year, a year and a half of feeling like that every single day, it'll bring the person with very high mental fortitude all the way down. So when I found you, must have been in 2014. It was about 2014, wasn't it? I was trying everything I could find to make myself feel better physically, just incrementally, mentally, emotionally, just dealing with life. With this disease, you face death, and then if you start to feel a little better, then you start having to face life, which can get pretty challenging. So I came to you to see what you had to offer, and you put me right into the yoga swing. And initially what that did was sort of I was a very athletic person my whole life. And when this disease took me, it removed all the athleticism from my life, my identity, my body. I just did not, I felt like I was on my way out. And so when you started working with me, we went very slowly, because I had arthritic pain in all my joints. I was also on opiate painkillers necessarily for 3.5 years. And I guess we're going on about a year now that or more, that I'm off of those. Of course, when you stop opiate pain medications, you, especially cold turkey like I did, you have a lot more pain, and you just have to deal with that, find ways around that.
Withdrawals that your body's kind of got the coping mechanism.
Yeah, and I have good advice for anyone that wants to get off any kind of addictive substance like that.
Yeah.
As I did at cold turkey, like I said. But your systems, your approach, your philosophy, the swing itself has helped me to become, as much as I would say, 95% better. I've got range of motion in my hands. Circulation's a lot better in my hands. Forearms, the front of my body, was very, very tight, and we've been working on getting that out. So when I feel better physically, I always follow with a better mental attitude, and that's sort of the main benefit that I've come to know with the swing and your teaching. And it's it was beneficial to the point where I sometime quite a long time ago I said I need to do this about every day, and I just feel better. And because of that, I thought, well, if I'm doing it every day, I might as well teach it and share it. It's phenomenal, so I'm currently getting certified to teach this, as you know.
Yeah.
And I guess you'll be pointing out sort of how the physical aspects, how we work to loosen up my body, and then I can touch base on how this physical, feeling better physically, has manifested in quite a bit better of a mental attitude, and sort of I've gained this momentum step by step with getting a hold of life.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm going to talk to the camera a little bit because John is a very unique individual and special case. And when he came to me, he was saying he actually just looked me up on Yelp, which is very unusual. Most people know me like through referrals when they come to me. So John comes to me for like a relaxation massage. And at first he was like, you know what, don't worry about it. I have this disease. There's nothing you can do. I'm just looking for some stress relief. And I was like, okay. And I understand, like, when people come to me, it's important for me to be really conservative and more cautious with my approach. And so when you come into my office, you see these swings hanging up, which of course piques people's curiosity. And I do body work and I do healing work, and I actually work with technologies and focus on quantum healing. So we did an entire comprehensive program with him, including nutrition and things like that as well. But with this, and a disease I haven't heard of before called scleroderma, and so I looked that up and understood the overproduction of collagen that was happening in the body, and what does that mean, that contraction in the body. And we talked about the mental and emotional component, which is like any sort of stress or contractive thought. If somebody is enduring long-term stress, the body is going to contract and be more susceptible to manifesting a disease like this. And so I'm pretty adamant about people getting in the swing and trying these things. And it's very unusual, it's different. And so he didn't come to me for the swing. And so for me, like 2.5 years, 3.5 years later, that he's actually a certified teacher and wants to help other people is a complete honor to take a journey like that. And just thought it would be great to do a special interview with each one of my teachers that is now certified and starting the AYRx program. And really, John was one of those people that I was practicing the application for the healing components of the swing. The aerial yoga play is part of the quantum playground, and that's like a much bigger project of getting people to play in multidimensional space, to work with sacred geometry, and to feel the benefits of inversions, just to feel better and have fun. Now, the AYRx program, AerialYogaRx, which is the regenerative therapeutics,
to have a little blip edit.
That's right, we'll just have the part 2.